Do you often find yourself in a team of feeders, uncooperative teammates who let you down and end up losing the game? It's no big deal if it happens 1 or 2 times, but what if you end up in a losing streak? Now, to avoid getting into a slump in Wild Rift, on this occasion, KBS or I would like to give you 5 effective ways that you can try. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Play with your friends. The first step to end your losing streak in Wild Rift is by playing with your friends. You can make a party of 3 or 5 players with the people you can communicate with. The main reason to play with the people you know is to avoid unnecessary mistakes, such as ill-prepared ganks or invading the enemy's jungle with no cover whatsoever. Playing with randoms really make you tired and frustrated. Many of them feed so much. And several players have such high attitude that they think they are the best in the game, and because of you, they are losing. Although it's their fault. If you die one time, then trash talks and more. And if you play with your friend, you won't have to face this problem. If your friends don't play the game, you may want to join Facebook or Discord groups. If you use WhatsApp, you can find people who create WhatsApp groups with the sole purpose of getting in-game players. Or you can join our Discord and find your friends, in-game friends, there. 2. Use your main champions. Another way to end your losing streak in Wild Rift is by using your main champions. What I mean by this is the champions that you have actually mastered. However, this doesn't apply in normal matches, as it is the place for you to learn the mechanics of the champions you want to play. Never use any champion that you just bought and haven't got a grasp on in ranked matches, because you will have a bigger chance of losing the game. Plus, it may be detrimental to the team who have tried everything to win the match and carry you. And the main thing, if you are using the champion for the first time, do tell your teammate so that they can understand and help you. 3. Learn to take on more than one role. Next is to learn more than one role. By learning more than one role, your chance of getting a losing streak in Wild Rift will diminish. Why? Because you can fill up the void in the team if there's a player who's very adamant to take a specific role in multiple matches. And, if you can take on more than one role, your macro understanding of the map will improve over time. For example, if you are playing as a support, your map awareness will be sharper. You will get used to the opponent's rotation and can avoid ganks easily. Or, if you're playing as a jungler, you will get a better understanding of how to set up a gank without having the enemy laner knowing it. And mainly choose the champions in the starting so that your team would know what you are going to play. 4. Avoid playing at certain hours. This might sound funny, but it's true. Some players say that kids won't play the game at around midnight. Now, this may help you to avoid a losing streak in Wild Rift. By playing with adult players, it is unlikely for you to meet players who are selfish and champion and role pick. So, you can cut down the chances of losing games in a row compared to playing during the day where the kids are still awake and climb the ranks. Rather to say than kids, you can say new players or the players who won't get time. As they won't play at midnight and push their rank for no reason. 5. Focus on the objectives. So, the last and final tip for any player that I can give is this. Many players underestimate the value of securing objectives, such as Drakes and Rift Herald. While in fact, these things are crucial for you to win the game. The buff you get from Drakes and the effects of having Rift Herald on your side to inflict huge damage on the enemy turret are huge, especially in the early game phase. If you get a ton of kills, but not securing any objectives like turrets, then how are you going to win? I have already made a specific video for each objectives. You can see it from the